Hey, I'm Spenny. I'm here in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Canada's capital city. Today I'm taking up the Tim Traveler's 2021 International Staycation Challenge. Something you'd think would be presumably quite easy in a city with 129 different embassies, such as the US Embassy behind me right now. However, Tim's challenge wasn't to visit. Tim's challenge wasn't to visit places that represented other countries. It was to visit places that looked like other countries. Something we're going to do by visiting a few statues around the city. Let's start here at the Monument to Canadian Fallen, a Korean War memorial, where the central statue has a mirror at the United Nations Memorial Cemetery in Busan, Korea. This monument commemorates the 30,000 Canadians who served in the Korean War and as peacekeepers in Korea afterwards. The monument depicts a Canadian volunteer soldier and two Korean children. The girl is holding a bouquet of maple leaves, and the boy is holding a bouquet of maple leaves and Korea's national flower, the Rose of Sharon. The only thing betraying this trip to Korea is the government office, looming in the background, that in 10-foot-tall letters says Canada, right there, right on it. Anyways, on to the next statue. This is Maman, but most people around here call it the Spider. Created by artist Louise Bourgeois, the National Art Gallery owns and displays one of the bronze castings, with the original steel model being displayed at London's Tate Modern. Similar mirror castings exist at the Guggenheim Museum in Bilbao, Spain, the Mori Art Museum in Tokyo, Japan, the Leum Samsung Museum of Art in South Korea, the Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art in Bentonville, Arkansas, USA. Hey, that's the town Walmart came from. And at the Qatar National Convention Center in Doha, Qatar. 6 countries for the price of 1. Not bad. And on the theme of bronze casts, let's move on to a contentious entry in this list. Here is Ottawa's statue of Simon Bolivar, founding father of the Bolivarian countries, which are Venezuela, Bolivia, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, and Panama. Famous for being a revolutionary leader who led those countries in gaining independence from the Spanish Empire. In 1988, the statue was gifted to the city of Ottawa from the president of Venezuela. The ambassadors from the countries also got to put their names on the card. And we know this because it says so right on the plaques. When I was planning out this international staycation, I had a hunch. Given Simon Bolivar is not a particularly Canadian figure, we might very well find bronze casts of the statue elsewhere in the world. Wikipedia's list of places and things named after Simon Bolivar conveniently had pictures of a very similar statue donated to Berlin in 1998, and a picture of Plaza Bolivar in Bogota, Colombia, which again features a similar looking statue sculpted in 1846. I was able to dig up one more piece of information about Ottawa's statue. It was sculpted by Martin Toledo and completed in June 2008 in Caracas, Venezuela. A curious statement, because that suggests that the statue was completed 20 years after it was originally installed.
And I noticed when I was reviewing my final cut of this video that you can see a plate of the maker's mark right there on the statue that says, yes, it was cast in 1988, same year it was installed.
While the timing in this fact was dubious, the name Martin Toledo led me to another very similar statue in the Venezuelan municipality of Carrizal, where the mayor's Twitter account was celebrating their copy of the statue. This revelation led me to the Plazas Bolivar en Venezuela y el Mundo Flickr group, and I was further able to find similar statues in Sinar, Venezuela, Cumana, Venezuela, Hatillo, Venezuela, Ciudad Bolivar, Venezuela, Havana, Cuba, Bolivar, Missouri in the United States. Yes, this town is named Bolivar after Simon Bolivar. And also there were a few more Venezuelan towns I couldn't get copyright cleared images for. My hypothesis behind the origin of these statues is that the Venezuelan government commissioned reproductions of the statue in Plaza Bolivar, Bogota, Colombia, and gifted those reproductions to towns around Venezuela and cities in the world at large. Does the lack of official information on the statue's origin make this a contentious entry? Well, I think I'm safe to say that Ottawa's statue looks like the rest of them. If there's anything that takes away from the resemblance to the others, it's most likely the choice to place the statue at a dingy intersection in front of an apartment building. But anyhow,
we're gonna get in a Dutch mood
while we cycle to the last statue by going up the canal here. It's the Rideau Canal, of course. Yeah. And we'll arrive finally at the Man with Two Hats. The Man with Two Hats commemorates the bond forged between Canadians and the Dutch as a result of Canada's role in liberating the Netherlands from Nazi occupation. As you might expect, this statue is mirrored in the Netherlands, specifically in the city of Apeldoorn, where the statue is named Die Man met die twee hoeden. I definitely didn't say that right. I'm not sure why the Dutch one has creepy eyes and ours doesn't. Probably got worn off during one of our harsh winters. About 12 years ago, I was in my second year attending Carleton University across the lake there. Had a bike ride that took me through the park here and saw the statue. Thought, why don't I stop to read the plaque? I'm glad I did because that gave me the inspiration to do this today. That'll do it for this tour of Ottawa's mirror statues. Normally on my channel I make videos about music gear. That sounds up your alley. Why don't you go check some of those out? If you thought this was good, why don't you tell me so by giving me a like or leaving a comment. Maybe there's more to come. Tim, if you happen to catch this one, thanks for being you. Thanks for making your quirky content. We really love it in our household. To everyone else, Tim included, thanks for watching.